Hey, what's happening? Thank you for joining me this morning. My name is Jason Ferrier. We're going to go over the Redfin weekly update. We do this every week. Redfin has a weekly update, and then on Thursday or Friday, I do a live stream so that we can review what they have to say. And they provide this data on a rolling 4-week average, so it really keeps our finger on the pulse of the housing market. So let me bring on Instagram, folks. Okay, now we're up and running. Anyway, thanks for joining me. So I won't beat around the bush. We're just going to get to the data on the Redfin update. Okay, so definitely some changes this week in what's been going on. Over the last 4 weeks, their update this week definitely reflects those changes. And so several things are going on. One is that mortgage rates actually they've come down, and I think they were at 6.85 this morning when I looked at Mortgage News Daily. And then prices are up again. I actually checked Central Ohio. And by the way, so what I do a national update on Redfin, and then uh, I'll do a local update for Central Ohio at the end after the national update. Prices actually increased. The median price increased nationally, according to Redfin, and it actually increased here in Central Ohio again. No surprise. And I checked the Columbus Board of Realtor data yesterday, and it looks like it increased there too. So the data varies slightly depending on who you're looking at because they classify properties differently a little bit, but they're pretty close. So anyway, prices are up, mortgage rates are down underneath 7% now. Mortgage demand is up, so applications are up in the last couple of weeks, according to Redfin. And then also you have you have new listings that are up now, which is a good thing. That's what people need. We need more new listings, and then you have active listings are up, though not a ton. And so let's dive into it and look. All right. So the title of this Redfin update is Housing Market Update. Supply ticked up in February for the first time in 8 months. And if you don't know already, but you can go to Redfin and get this data just like me. You can actually get a lot more than what I'm showing you. And Zillow has a similar setup. So does Realtor.com. And so I'd encourage you, if you want to know what's happening with the housing market in really almost any metro across the United States, down to some of them have it down to the zip code level, check out Redfin. It's free info, and you can really find out what's happening. So the article, I'll read some of the article. There are more homes for sale as spring approaches, and house hunters are hitting the pavement. Home touring activity is rising, and mortgage purchase applications are up 11% this week. So yeah, mortgage applications are up, which is healthy for the market. They have more people, kicking the tires, at least putting their applications in, and you'll see in a second. New listings rose 13% from a year earlier nationwide during the 4 weeks ending March 3rd, the biggest increase in nearly 3 years. It's been a long time since I've looked at the Redfin data and saw an increase in new listings. So new listings are up 13% compared to 2023 at this time. The boost in new listings helped bring the total number of homes for sale up 1.7% following 8 months of declines. February is the first month the number of homes for sale has increased on an annual basis. Wow. So inventory increased 1.7% year over year. Normally, that wouldn't even make any kind of headline, but the fact that inventory hasn't been rising, shows us that, 1.7 increase is a reason to celebrate, I guess. We're way under where we need to be with inventory, but nonetheless, it increased. So that's better than losing some. This week's pricing data also brings a few glimmers of hope for house hunters. House asking prices of new listings posted their smallest increase in roughly 2 months. Additionally, 5.5% of home sellers dropped their asking price on an average, the highest share of any February since at least 2015. So we got 5.5% of home sellers dropped their asking price. And that could be that the house was overpriced to begin with. Obviously, I guess it was, right. No kidding, Jason. Otherwise, they wouldn't have dropped the price. Or just needed a lot of work. Or it could just be like a really expensive house where there are a lot of other expensive houses. So, like for instance, if your median price point is $500,000, let's say, and you have a home that's listed at 1.1 million. If there's four other houses in your development listed at 1.1 million, but the median in the area is 500 grand, that $1.1 million house may sit longer. And I can tell you, I live in Central Ohio, in Granville, in Licking County, and there are luxury homes that are sitting on the market in Granville, that haven't sold. In fact, I think last month when I looked, like the most expensive home in Granville that was sold was like, I don't know, I'm going off memory here, was like right under $400,000. So like the median sale price normally here is in the fives, now climbing to the six and sevens, but luxury inventory isn't moving like it was when rates were great. High mortgage rates push the median monthly housing payment to $2,694 this week, just $23 shy of the all-time high. But final sale price, which rose 5.3 this year, one of the biggest increases in a year and a half, should start declining soon as price growth for new listings loses momentum. They've never said this before in their report. At least I don't remember them saying sale prices, median sale price should start declining soon. Okay, we'll have to see. So far, it's not, but we'll see if it does. House hunters are looking at homes and applying for mortgages as we approach spring. Touring activity is up 23% from the start of the year compared to a 14% increase during the same period last year. And mortgage purchase applications are up 11% week over week. That early stage buying activity hasn't yet translated to a boost in sales, with pending sales down 6% year over year. So they're saying people are touring homes more than they were the start of the year. And they actually, we've seen an increase in mortgage applications, but that hasn't translated into more sales yet. I mean, it's going to take a while for that to all work through the system. All right, we'll just scroll down here for a second, look at some of these leading indicators. This is national numbers. Remember that at the beginning of this live. All right, daily average 30-year fixed mortgage rate 6.97, down from 7.15 a week earlier. And yeah, today I checked 6.85 according to Mortgage News Daily. Mortgage purchase applications up 11% from a week earlier, down 8% year over year. Home buyer demand index. This is that goofy thing that they do that the home buyer demand index. They have this like algorithm that they put together, I guess, and they say how much demand is out there. They don't really talk. They've never discussed, I don't think, how they actually calculate that. I'd love to know. Hey, if you're on this live, and you know somebody at Redfin, or you watch this video after I post it on YouTube, please have somebody from Redfin explain how they figure out the home buyer demand index. I mean, it says Redfin home buyer demand index, a measure of requests for tours and other home buying services from Redfin agents. That's what it is, but they don't really talk about how they calculate it. Google searches for homes up 4% from a year or from a month earlier, down 11% from a year earlier, and touring activity up 23% from the start of the year as of March 1st. I lost my water bottle, so I have to use my wife's backup water bottle. It's kind of girly. All right, let's go down to the median sale price. $368,000, 588, 5.3% year over year increase. Median asking price, $399,000, up 5.1%. So Redfin's saying here that home prices, the median price should actually start to come down because the median asking price isn't accelerating as fast as it was last year. So they're saying, yeah, this is actually the smallest increase since 4 weeks ending January 14th. So I guess like a month. The headlines are hilarious. I mean, that's so a month and a half, all the way back, a month and a half. That's how long since we've had this type of increase in median asking price. So people are asking less for their homes, and so therefore they'll sell for less. I guess that's what Redfin's saying eventually. Median monthly mortgage payment, $2,694 at a 6.94% rate, down just $23 from the all-time high. Pending sales, number of homes in contract down 6.4%. Pending sales, 77,925 houses for those 4 weeks. New listings, 81,971. That's a 12.8% increase. Biggest increase since June of 2021. I'd say that what should be a headline. There was also a 12.8% increase during the prior 4-week period. Active listings, 773,000 units active so far. I think this is for the month right now, or total. I'm sorry, total in the US. Largest increase since the 4 weeks ending June 4th. Based on revised data, active listings began increasing for the first time since June during the 4 weeks ending February 11th. Sounds like they revised the data on active listings. We'll look at that. 3.7 months of supply right now. That's up 0.3 points, but way under where we need to be at 4 to 5 months of supply, which is a balanced market. And a 6-month supply is really a buyer's market. I call anything, actually, how I classify it is anything from 5 to 6 is a buyer's. Anything over 6 is actually a strong buyer's market. Share of homes off the market in 2 weeks, 39.1, up from 37. So what's strange is every week, it seems like in every update, houses are moving faster. They're staying on the market less time, and they're selling more above list price every single week. So like right now, median days on market's 47. That's down 2 days. So homes are selling faster. Average sale to list price ratio down here, 98.5%. Okay. Now let's look at who has some of the largest increases and decreases of some of these categories. What metros? The ones that are always interesting is the median sale price. Newark, New Jersey, up 14.7% median sale price year over year. Every week, Newark, New Jersey is on that list. I'd love to know if you live in New Jersey or you know people live in New Jersey. What's up with their sale prices? They just keep going up. Same with this one. Montgomery County, PA, 14.6% increase. Anaheim, California is on this list every week. Anaheim is always up. It seems like 14% up again. Fort Lauderdale is on here more times than not, 13.9. Same with this one. New Brunswick, New Jersey. New Jersey's just on fire with house prices. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't know. Did they have special programs or something for buyers? Because it's always up. San Antonio, Texas is the one metro out of the 50 largest metros in the United States. There was just one in the last 4 weeks where the median sale price declined. That's something else. 1 out of 50. So 49 out of 50 markets in the United States, the median sale price increased. Pending sales. These are the houses in contract. Who had the most? Cincinnati, Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, Minneapolis, Austin, Texas, San Francisco, Seattle, and Cleveland. When I say most, I mean the largest increase year over year in pending sales. Lowest percentage, or I'm sorry, who had the drop in pending sales? San Antonio, Warren, Michigan, New Brunswick, New Jersey, Atlanta, and Nassau County, New York. Pending sales only increased in 8 metros. So 8 out of the 50. So 42 metros had a decrease in pending sales. I wish they would put active listings on this upper chart here, because I'd love to understand how many metros had active listings drop versus the price, pending sales, and new listings. Because like pending sales, if it only increased pending sales in 8 metros, then that means that 42 dropped. And if only one metro declined in price, then yeah, it seems like there's obviously a lack of supply in a lot of these markets that's keeping pending sales down because there's no supply, so there's not a lot of transactions, but the price is still high and going up. New listings declined in 3 metros, only 3. So a lot of the country saw an increase in new listings. Who had the most? Fort Worth, Texas, 27%. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 25%. Houston, Texas, 24%. Jacksonville, Florida, 24%. And Miami, 24%. I keep reading these articles, and I don't really want to cover one specific state unless it's Ohio because I live here, and that's where my license is. But I keep seeing articles and stats come out about Florida and the fact that a ton of inventory has hit the market there. In South Florida, in Miami, Marco Island, that type of place, Naples. I keep hearing that inventory's flooding in. So be interesting to know if you know somebody in Florida, if they are seeing a lot of houses for sale. All right, so median sale price. Let's look at that real quick on a chart. So 4-week rolling average, you can see there it is. I mean, there's no doubt that median sale price is increasing year over year. It'll be amazing to see if this climbs over last year, right? I mean, last year is in the orange in 2023. I mean, it could easily. I mean, right now it's over it. If it keeps on its trajectory, then it's going to go over 2023 and be higher. I still think at the end of the year we'll be up 3 to 5% median sale price nationally. That's what I think. It could be more if we end up with lower interest rates, right? If the Fed cuts their rate, and even though it doesn't control it exactly, and but the 10-year happens to drop, or mortgage, lending institutions become more comfortable with the rate, and once they start seeing a drop federally, maybe they'll go, all right, we're going to drop. All right, if the mortgage rates drop, to under 6, if they have a 5 handle on them, look out. Like, median sale price will skyrocket. I would think that's my prediction, because money will be cheaper. Let's hope they don't get to 5 months. I'm sorry. Let's hope they don't get to 5% interest rate. All right. Median asking price, 5.1% up year over year. You can see here, way elevated compared to last year. Home buyer housing payments, we know those are up a lot. Pending sales down 6% year over year. So watch this. I would definitely watch the pending sales, because if pending sales doesn't increase, that means houses aren't going into contract as much. And if the inventory continues to increase, eventually that should affect prices and soften them. New listings of homes up 13% year over year. So new listings definitely up a lot. And now it's may touch, 2022 and 2021. We're still way under, though, active listings. We need, I think before the pandemic, we had like 1.1, 1.2 million houses active in the United States. And so now we only have 773,000. At the lowest point, I think we had like 340,000 active listings. So we're up 1.7% year over year, but we're still woefully low in inventory. We can handle a lot more. 3.7 months of supply available on the market. That's going down, though, unfortunately. And we're already in the spring selling season. All right. So that is, I'm going to skip down to the bottom here, see if there's any other interesting things. Redfin Home Buyer Demand Index. I don't like looking at that. Okay, so that's the wrap on the national number. I do want to look now at the Central Ohio market, though. So if you're still here with me, you can go into Redfin and pull down your metro here. I'm sorry, you can pull down what type of metro you want to look at, county or the actual metro area. And then on this next area down, this next drop down, you can actually select the city or the county if you selected county at the top. So I have Columbus already selected. I'm going to expand this. Hopefully it looks okay. Yeah, it does. Good. All right. So we'll start with median sale price. And I took out 2021 and 2022 to just leave us a couple years so it's not as cluttered. So median sale price in Columbus last 4 weeks, and Columbus Metro covers Franklin County, Licking County, Fairfield County, some of Knox County, like the surrounding counties of Franklin, and then obviously Columbus and Franklin County. So it's up 6% year over year, $322,000. You can see back in a month ago, it was at 309. Now it's at 322. The record for the area, according to Redfin, the record is 341. We set last year in June, and July, I think, hit 341 as well. But the MLS, the Columbus Board of Realtors, I think their data shows the record is like 325. And when I looked yesterday, the median sale price was like 310. So we're close to having a record median sale price in Central Ohio. It's crazy. I wonder how much of that is the Intel effect, or how much of it is just what everybody else is experiencing, which is low inventory, a lot of money on the sidelines still, and demand still wanting to buy houses. All right, let's look at new listings. So this is just not encouraging whatsoever, right? I mean, new listings up a whopping 2.7% year over year. Now, if you read the Columbus Board of Realtor news update, which I'm sure everybody's like enthralled to read every month, except me, it's always, talks about how there's a big explosion of inventory, or a lot of times it talks about a big explosion of inventory and new listings and whatnot. But the new listings, there's no explosion of new listings. It's like, it's small. Maybe it'll go up, but right now, 2.7% increase, just not going to cut it. I mean, that's not going to help us at all. Let's look at active listings. Man, down again, right? I mean, we're up 0.5%, 0.5% year over year. That's crazy. So this is not, you would expect this to go like this way, like up, right? I mean, as through the winter is when we would build inventory. You would think like a late winter, and as you approach spring, people start listing their houses for sale, and that active listing thing goes like this. But right now it's still going down. So it's depressing. If you are looking for a house for sale, the active listings just still aren't there where they need to be. Let's look at months of supply. Nope. Let's look at homes sold first. So this is are actually closed transactions. I wish they had this on the national level. This would be fantastic, but they don't. So right now we're like flat or a little under. What are we? Down 1.9% year over year, with the number of closed transactions. So if you're in the mortgage business, the real estate business, you have to be hurting, I would think. I talked to somebody yesterday who does they do photography services for realtors like me. I was at a listing, and they were there, taking the photos of the house and all that jazz. And they're a big company. And I asked them if they're busy, and they said, yeah, they were really busy. Well, that surprised me. I thought they were going to say, no, we're slow, because pending sales are so low. And I know there are agents out there that aren't making ends meet. They're hurting, certainly. Mortgage professionals are hurting. I have to think title companies are too, but maybe not. Maybe everything's rosy. I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of business. I'm busy, but if you have a big team of people, I'd love to know if you watch this, or even on the recording, comment below. Are you seeing a lot of business or not? Because I don't know where it's coming from, if you are. So sales are down in the toilet still. No fun there. Let's look at months of supply. Months of supply. They classify by weeks of supply right now, 9.5 weeks of supply. So like a little over 2 months, right, of supply. That's just not going to do it. Year over year, what does that say? 0.3 more weeks of supply year over year. Still not a great increase. Just not what we want. You need at least 4 to 5 months to be a balanced market, and then it goes to a buyer's market. And it's been a seller's market for a long time. Doesn't seem like it's going to stop. Does not seem like it's going to stop, unfortunately, at least not anytime soon. Let's look at, yeah, this will be interesting to look at. Median sale price for new listings. So if you list a house for sale, what is the median price of that new listing? That is going up, skyrocketing up 3.79%. But like the national number, not as it's not up as much as what the median sale price number is. Year over year, 3.79% increase, $328,000 is the listing price. And so if that continues to go up, you would think people would, then the sale price will end up being more. But if this doesn't go up as fast as it did last year, then eventually you would think, well, if the houses that are hitting the market aren't as expensive, then I think maybe the prices, eventually the sale prices will come down, you'd think, right? So that'll be a cool thing to watch as we go through. Remember, this is a 4-week rolling average. This is not like a monthly number. They just take the last 4 weeks and look at that info. Let's look at this average sale to list price ratio. So meaning what was the sale price compared to the list price? So Columbus is at 0.99%. Wow. I didn't expect that. I thought maybe it would be, 98%, but it's 99%. It's been just going up. I mean, look at last year. Holy Toledo. We were 1.02 last year. So 102% of original list price. Well, it says average sale to list price. Maybe that means current list price, not original. So I stand corrected. It's probably the current list price. Nonetheless, it was over 100% last year. And now it's really kind of close. I mean, splitting hairs here by 2 percentage points, 0.99. So if you're out there making offers on houses, generally speaking, you're going to have to offer pretty close to what the person's asking to get the deal. It looks like it doesn't, it's not 90%. If it was at 90%, 95%, I think historically it's 95 or so. That means people are getting about a 5% discount, on average, but not now. Boy, that's just no good for buyers. Not helping at all. Okay. Well, that's my update. That's my conversation this morning. I appreciate you joining me. Do me a favor, hit the like button on this. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel because I do post 2 videos, sometimes 3 videos a week, and cover all kinds of topics about real estate in Central Ohio, do Intel updates on the Intel project and all that. And again, thank you for watching me. Thank you for joining me today, and have a great weekend. Talk to you next week on the next Redfin thrilling update.